It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
All right, welcome everybody. Monday morning, I'm here to kick everything off here and get you guys on the right frame of mind to have a highly successful week. My name is Gary Engels. I am the Academy Director with Driven, and I have here to share some important details about what it takes to be successful. And let me just kind of start with something here. Where I started my martial arts journey was like when I was 5 years old, when I was just a kid. I saw the movie Karate Kid. I said, "Mom, I want to do that." So I started down this journey, this path. And along the lines, I thought I was learning kicking and punching. And what I really was learning was how to be successful. And so something that's kind of interesting was along the lines of going through this journey of martial arts and earning black belts and all the things that we've done in my world, in my martial arts world, Junior Olympics and gold medals and all this kind of stuff that we did back in those days. What I really realized later on in life was that I was learning success principles. We use the martial arts as a vehicle. I know that Alex Babliakis has talked about being a professional athlete and the things that he learned in soccer and this thing. It's so directly connected to success in business that it can't be ignored. The things that we learn on the mats or on the field or in sports and how we have to be able to understand how to connect those to our business. So when I started my martial arts school in 2005, I was actually involved in network marketing back then. And there was a lot of things that I learned in the network marketing space and some of the personal development things that I was diving into that were very similar to the martial arts training that I'd gone through. So I recognized the value of personal growth, of education, of learning to be the best version of yourself, and how to apply that to success into our martial arts. So we use the kicking and punching as a vehicle to teach leadership. So a lot of times, I get, that I'm a martial arts instructor. I don't really look at myself like that. I look at myself as a leadership educator, as a success coach. And that's such an important distinction, because I tell people if the only thing they ever learned on the mats with me and my training is how to throw a great kick and a punch, then they missed the point completely, right? And it's really not what it is that we do. What we do is set somebody up for success in life. And there was one of these lessons that I thought was incredibly important. And over the last 17 years of teaching and creating black belts, we've had dozens, 30 or 40 black belts, I guess, now have come out of my program. And one of the things I think that makes the most sense to share with you today to kick off your Monday right was the idea called the black belt success cycle. And it can be applied to any business, to any sport, any activity, cooking or whatever your thing is that you're diving into. It's such a simple idea, but it really is the backbone to success. And let me explain. The black belt success cycle goes like this: know what you want, have a plan, and a success coach. take consistent action, review your progress, and renew your goals. So let me break these down and talk about this. First one is know what you want. You have to define what it is that you're after. What is your goal? In martial arts, we talk about black belt, right? It's a metaphor, right? It could be anything, right? Think about your business. Where do you want to go? What does that look like? You should be able to visualize and see yourself there. But further than that, defining what you want is important, but there are action steps to get there, right? That's the idea of the belt system, of the colored belts on the way up to black belt, right? You can't just start at a white belt and become a black belt overnight. It takes time. It takes progress. And in your business right now, you have some goals, some things that you're shooting for, the things that you're working towards, the things that you want to accomplish. And if the goals are unclear, right? If you don't have clarity, Casey Comden said this in the last conference. He said, if you don't lack motivation, you lack clarity. I love that. I love the idea of this, because if you don't have clarity on what it is that you're working towards, where, the direction that you're going, you will not take the action steps necessary to get there. You will start and you'll stop, and you'll start and you'll stop, and you'll never actually gain the momentum that's necessary for success. It starts with the definition. You have to define clearly what you want. Jay Adams had said something recently. He showed a piece of paper that had his goal. It says, "I am so happy and grateful now that I've reached," I believe he said, the sapphire level at this level or at this date. And it was very clear, defined. It had dates. It was specific, and it was written in the present tense. Defining what you want, you have to write your goals down. Start with that this morning. Define what your day is going to look like. Define what your week is going to look like. Define what the rest of this year, closing out year 2021, what does that look like? Define it very clearly, precise in your mind, and what it's going to be. You have to start here before you'll ever actually see it in reality. So know what you want. Have a plan. The second step is to have a plan. And so the idea of this is now you're going to start to write down the action steps. If I want this, what do I have to do first? Before I can have that, what do I have to do next? What do I have to do before that? What do I have to do before that? And break it down to the point of, what do I have to do today, right now, in order to take that first step towards my goal? I once did a demonstration where we had to do 50,000 push-ups in a year, and I started falling behind. So I tried to prove to my students, that we can catch back up, and, power of intention and all this. 50,000 push-ups in a year is not an easy accomplishment, right? And it takes delayed gratification and persistence and all these things to be able to do something like that. And what happens is you start to fall behind, right? You start to fall behind, and you realize you have to be able to catch back up quickly. So I did 1,000 push-ups in a day to catch back up. And it was kind of one of those things just to show everybody kind of what it was necessary to be successful, to be, get back on top. When you break down 50,000 push-ups in a year, it comes down to 150 a day. That's the steps necessary to get there. The action steps are, okay, every day I'm going to do 150 push-ups. Well, that's even hard. How do I do 150 push-ups in a single day, right? Well, you break it down even further, right? If I can do 50 push-ups, I'm going to do 50 in the morning, 50 at lunchtime, and then 50 at night. And I've got my 150. And if that's too hard, right, break it down even further. I'm going to do 25 in the morning, 25 mid-morning, 25 at lunch. You understand, right? You break it down to the point where you can accomplish it. Bite-sized goals that make sense, that you will accomplish. And if you need to, set a timer in your phone, set an alert, whatever you need to do. The day that I did 1,000 push-ups in a day, I recognized, okay, so what are the action steps? How am I going to get this goal accomplished? And what we did is we broke it down to the point where I did 50 push-ups every 15 minutes for 5 hours, right? And I did the math, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I'm going to talk about the review your progress and renew your goals part, right? But the idea was I didn't quite hit that. I got tired, right? 50 push-ups every 15 minutes. I started to get fatigued. And so I would skip a couple of sessions, right? And it took me a little longer. It took me 7.5 hours to get there. But it's okay, right? That's okay as long as you persist. So know what you want. Have a plan. What does your action step look like, right? Your daily method of operation. How do you get there, right? How many leads are coming into your business each day? How are you going to get those leads, right? You need to be clear, and you need to define your action steps. the third step. So we say, know what you want, have a plan, and a success coach. Okay. And a success coach. And you have to have somebody that's going to help you. And that's the beauty of this organization of YEP and Driven. And a network marketing company is designed around the idea of leadership, but you have to have that mentor, that success coach that can help you get there. And if you are struggling with defining what you want, right, and creating, this action plan, for you to get there, right, go to your mentor. They will help you define and fill in those gaps. You have to know where to get the answers to questions that you don't understand. There's things that you know in this world. There's things that you don't know, and there's things that you don't know. And your coach and mentor will help fill in the gap and show you what you don't know, right? And it's such an important piece. So know what you want, have a plan, and a success coach. That success coach, one other piece to this is that heroes help us realize what we're capable of. That mentor, that success coach, they've already been there. They've already accomplished the thing that you're trying to accomplish. They've been there. They can help you get there, not just in motivation and potential and showing you what you're capable of, but they can help you with the action steps because they've already gone through that path. They've already cut down the path for you to follow. It's such an important part. Know what you want, have a plan, and a success coach. Take consistent action. Take consistent action is such a misunderstood thing, because I think what I've found is that people, especially in today's society, in this instant gratification society, nobody wants to work for things. And so they start down a path, they take those first few action steps, and then they quit. I see it a lot. It's very easy to understand in a diet, right? In a workout, right? You do something with 100%, I'm going to do this, right? Think about our New Year's resolutions goals, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to stick to this diet for about 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden it falls off quickly. So take consistent action. The most important thing that you can do for your success is to be consistent. If you know what you want, if you define very clearly what it is that you're looking for, you define the action steps to get there, and now you have a mentor to not only show you the path, but to help keep you accountable. Now you have to make a commitment to yourself to be consistent and not quit. The only way to fail is to quit. The only way to fail is to quit. If you knew you would succeed, when would you quit? And not just quit your business or quit whatever it is fully, but quit for the day. Quit your goals for that morning. When would you give up on it? When would you accept defeat, accept failure? Temporary failure is a part of success. You will get beaten. You will have days you don't want to get up in the morning. You will have things, life happen. As long as you can get back on that track, right? That day that I realized I was falling behind in my push-ups and I had to catch up with 1,000 push-ups in a day, so easy to quit. Right? It's so easy to be like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Right? And to start falling behind more and more and more. If you define what you want, you have clarity, right? That will help motivate you to get there. If you have defined your action steps and you can clearly identify how to get to that big goal, it will help motivate you to get there. And if you have a mentor, if you have a success coach, that's going to keep you accountable and you stay in contact with that person, they will help you be consistent to get there. Take consistent action. There's 2 more steps to this to close here today. Know what you want, have a plan, and a success coach. Take consistent action, review your progress, and renew your goals. Let's talk about this. Review your progress, renew your goals. Review your progress. You're going to hit your goals. You're going to fall off, right? So keeping stats, keeping records of what you do. It's such an important part of my business success has been keeping spreadsheets. I open up a Google Sheets and I keep track daily records of what we're doing, right? What kind of numbers are important for you to track? Depends on what you're doing, right? Push-ups is an easy example, I think, for us to understand, right? If I'm doing 1,000 push-ups, I need a way to record that I did 150 every day. And so keeping a spreadsheet or something, reviewing your progress. Because I kept that record, I was able to look back and say, wow, I'm falling behind. I need to get caught back up, right? And so this is the idea of review your progress and renew your goals. Now, renew your goals. You could do a couple things, right? You could take massive action today and get back on track because you fell behind. That's one option. The second option is you can change your due date, so to speak, right? So if you've hit the end of the year and you didn't quite hit the goal that you had set out for, you don't give up on the goal. You just change that date, right? I didn't hit it by December 31st, but man, January 31st, I've got an extra month here. I'm going to give myself an extra month to hit that goal. I am not giving up. I will be consistent. I will accomplish this goal. Review your progress, renew your goals. You have to give yourself permission to adjust, adapt, roll with the punches, right? There's a saying that we talk about in the martial arts. It's called mushin. Mushin is keeping a cool, calm, collected mind in the heat of battle. And make no mistake, when you're in business, you are in battle. This is the fight that we're fighting for, that we're training for, that we're practicing for. We're training a warrior mindset. And in order to succeed in business, in order to succeed in a fight or a sport or anything, you have to have this warrior mindset. And one of those warrior mindsets is mushin, keeping a cool, calm, collected mind in the heat of battle. If you ever start falling down in your goals, falling behind in your goals, you weren't quite consistent enough, right? What's going to keep you motivated to get back up on track, right? If you lose your head and you're like, I'm a failure, I'm no good, I can't do it anymore, right? Those are failure mindsets. We need to instead be able to get back up, right? Have a cool, calm, collected mind in the heat of battle. And you're in battle. You took a couple of punches, right? You made some mistakes. You've fallen behind in your goals, right? What's a warrior mindset going to say? Give up or get back up and do it again? There's a saying we have up on the wall of my school. It says, fall down 7, get up 8. You cannot fail unless you quit, right? How do you beat somebody that constantly gets back up? Fall down 7, get up 8. Fall down 743, get up 744. How do you beat somebody that does not stay down? Be that person. So I'll close with a quick review. The Black Belt Success Cycle. Know what you want, have a plan, and a success coach. Take consistent action. Review your progress and renew your goals. Start your Monday morning. Define what you want. Get after it. Have an amazing week, everybody.